Hello again. If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, I'd like to bring something to your attention. Because of the lack of inventory, most listings nowadays are getting offers for more than asking price. Appraisal waivers, home inspection waivers, and offering cash for the purchase price. Naturally, everyone wants to make their offer appealing to the seller, but I caution you to be mindful of the ramifications and how you could be hurting yourself. What I want to talk about today is the home inspection. And before I get into this, please remember that I am not an attorney and nothing I say should be considered as legal advice. For legal advice, please consult your real estate attorney. So, should you waive your right to do a home inspection as a condition of your purchase of a home? It certainly makes your offer look more appealing. But are you taking an enormous risk? I know, you went through the entire house and checked all the light switches, the toilet's all flushed, and garage door opener works. Besides, your real estate advisor told you that the seller's property disclosure statement, which is presently 11 pages long in Pennsylvania, will tell you if there are any issues. When I say real estate advisor, that could be a real estate professional, your buddy Joe, your parents, anyone who gives you advice. Besides, you're pretty handy, and of course, you'll be able to spot anything that isn't quite right? How about the crack in the basement floor or the wall? Is it a surface crack, or does it go all the way through? Can it be ignored, or can it be easily fixed? Is it a structural concern? Can it be fixed for a few $100s, or a few thousand, or much, much more? Is the electrical service to the house and the service panel adequate for the demand? Is the panel wired correctly? Are there double taps or undersized breakers or fuses? Are you aware that there's an electrical service panel that used to be used regularly that is now considered to be unsafe and its use is no longer allowed by the electrical code? Do the sewer pipes in the house look adequate and safe? Are you sure? I could cite a lot more examples for you, but I hope I got my point across. So what it's worth, here's my advice. Have a professional home inspector do a thorough evaluation and condition inspection. I recommend other inspections where appropriate. If you're buying a home with a private septic system, you should have a licensed septic company do an inspection of the system. It may be fine, and that'll be a load off your mind. Why? Because issues with septic systems can be minor, or they can be expensive. If you have to replace the system altogether, and it happens, you could be on the hook for $30,000 to $50,000 or more. And don't rely on the seller's property disclosure statement too heavily. They are filled in by the seller, who may or may not know of a defect in their home. The seller usually means well, but can only disclose what they know. The form currently used by the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors has boxes to check off yes, no, unknown, or NA, with lines for remarks to explain any yes answers and give additional information. If there's additional information to disclose, they can add additional pages. This underscores the need for inspections even further. Having said all of that, how do my buyers ever get an offer accepted? Well, it happens all the time. You just have to know how to present your buyer's concerns to the seller and their agent. I have successful techniques to achieve exactly that. You have to be confident in your belief that your agent is familiar enough with the agreement of sale and the accompanying Pennsylvania Association of Realtors forms and has the experience to know just how to use them. You also have to have a home inspector who has the proper knowledge and experience. It wasn't so long ago that home inspectors were not regulated in Pennsylvania. Thankfully, that has changed, and now home inspectors are regulated and have to demonstrate their knowledge and experience in the field. Gone are the days when you could take an online course for a few hours and then call yourself a home inspector. I hope I've given you some things to think about. After you paid far more than you think this house is really worth, do you really want to cross your fingers in hopes that you won't need to spend many thousands more in the near future? Again, nothing I mention here is to be considered legal advice. Leave that to your real estate attorney. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me, and I wish you happy house hunting and home selling. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to write them in the comments below or give us a call. Thank you.